I packed my dreams.
Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get this look today. I used the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. It's one of my favorite palettes. So I just did a little bit everyday look with the some warm pink tones and all that. And what I started with, I already had my foundation and my concealer done for you. And you'll see me pick it up where I started bronzing my face and contouring. So I hope you love this video, and we'll see you next time. Okay, so to set that, I'm going to take the Maybeline Fit Me in 120, and I'm just going to take that on a fluffy, I think it's elf brush, and pat that down and set everything that we just put down. And for my smile lines, I always puff out or push my tongue out to make sure that there's no lines there settling in. Okay, so next that I normally do is I bronze up my face. I like to do my face before I do my eyes, just as out of habit. So I'm going to take the Essence Sun Club, and this is in the lighter skin one, 01 Natural. Obviously, I like it very much. So I'm going to go ahead and bronze up my skin right here just a little bit. Okay, and then I go a little bit on top, around the outside here. And then I take it down under my chin. And sometimes I like to go down my neck, just to make sure that everything's matching. Okay. So next is I'm going to take my little flower brush here. It doesn't have a name on it. I don't know if it's what kind it is, but that's what I'm going to use. So I like the Lorac TANtalizer. It's got a little bit of a shimmer and a darker deep bronzer. I like to use this to contour, so I just do a little bit deeper color right there. The other side, just to make sure that our face is a little bit chiseled. Okay. Very nice. All right. So next, I'm going to use my blush from Makeup Geek, and I just have it in one of my little BoxyCharms palettes here, and this is called Heart. So I think I got this one in my BoxyCharm, but it's such a subtle pink that I really like it for the cheeks. And my brush here, another one that does not have a name. So I just dust that right there. I'm pretty sure it has too. And I don't take it too far on my cheeks just because I don't like anything right in this area too much and too bright, because sometimes it gets too much on the skin. Okay, so now that we have blush, I'm going to wait to do my highlighter here too. So then I'm going to go in with my brows. And what I've been loving for my brows is the Brow Stylist Definer, and it's from Loreal, which it has a spoolie on one end, and then you have the product here on the other. And this is in the shade, where is it? Brunette. So I just go ahead and pull my eyebrows up, and see, I don't need a whole lot in there. I just like to fill in the sparse areas. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I like to fill in just a little bit right on the tip here. I drag it down around the outside of it here and on the top. A little bit above, just to make it look a little bit thicker. And then I just keep brushing it out and making sure, see the difference in the eyebrows. Someone's just a little bit more fuller. I'm kind of quick just because I don't like to spend a whole lot of time on them. Just, I mean, I do have a little bit thicker brow, so brows are almost done. And we are going to set that with, there it is. I think I got this in my BoxyCharm. It's the Chella Eyebrow Defining Gel, and the reason I like this is because it's a little bit clear. Wacky. Okay, brows are done. So now we're going to move on to the Sweet Peach palette. Okay, it's from Too Faced, and I just love these colors. They have like a bunch of warm shades in them, but there's also some other stuff here too, the shimmers and all that stuff. Okay, so I'm going to take my fluffy brush. Where is it? And I just go in with a very, very light peaches and cream. And this is just a little everyday look that I like to do when I'm trying to get out the door a little bit quicker than normal. So I just go back and forth, circle motions. And this, you can just see the light tint of the color. Kind of just sets down a pretty good base. Okay. So next, with the same fluffy brush, this is I think from Sonia Kashuk from Target. I just like it because it's really fluffy, as you can see on the tip here, and a little bit dirty. So the next one I'm going to go in with is the color right here, Puree. Okay. Just dust that right in the crease. Back and forth just to make sure that's all blended out. And you can go in, build it up if you want here, and you know, to what you like. I just do a little bit because then I go in with, you'll see, a different color. Okay. Go in again with that and build it up. Sometimes I like the outer corner to be a little bit more smokier than the inside. I like to sometimes keep the inside nice and light. So that's what it looks like so far. So the next brush I'm going to take is, this is the Luxie 229 tapered blending brush. And I'm going to go in with, I'm going to say, there you are, Summer Yum. And we're just going to go on the outer V and blend that in a little bit to the edge in the crease right here. Sorry if I keep looking back, I'm trying to look in the mirror. So take a little bit more of that. This is more like an everyday look. It's not too hard. You can kind of do that a little bit quicker if you're on a run. Cut some steps down if you don't want. You could just do the skip this step here if you don't want it too dark. And see, on this side for me, I have a little bit extra skin on my lid, so this one is a little bit tricky for me. And I don't know if some of the older women that watch makeup tutorials have the same thing, but I do. So go ahead and just blend that and take that up a bit by the crease and blend that out. There's not much left on my brush, if any. I just like to make sure that it's all blending seamless and not choppy. And I'm just going to go back in with the very first one. Just blend the edges on top here. Make sure everything is blending nice. That was peaches and cream that we laid down first. Okay, so the next one, I'm just gonna, this is another Luxie brush. This is the 211 Luxie brush. And this is where I'm gonna go in with Bellini. So just take that on a, it's like a flat blending brush. And I'm just gonna put that on the inside. So see how that just brightens up the look? I like to do that, this like of the warm tone. So go ahead and put that on the inside of this one. Okay. And I'm just going to take and let's go in with, this is Crown 513 brush, felt taper brush. So now I'm just going to go in with Puree and some Yum. I'm going to mix both of those and go on the lower lash line. Take color, and I'm going to go in with that Bellini again. And just put it a little bit right on the middle here. And then we're going to go ahead, and this is a Wet n Wild little teeny tiny brush. I'm going to go in with White Peach, and I'm going to just tap that off and put some right underneath my brow to warm that up and brighten it up right there. So now, see how it lifts the eyebrow. Go ahead and do this side. Such a pretty mild highlight. Not for like an everyday look. You don't need something so dramatic, unless you like that. And here in the inner corner a little bit. Brighten up that. Okay. Okay. So now we're done with that. And moving back to, I'm going to do my highlight now. So moving back to Mary Luminizer. This is such a pretty highlight. You see? Watch. A little bit dramatic there on the highlight, but I just like to put a little dab on, tap it off, and at the high points of your cheeks, right here, sometimes a little bit of circular motion, go down cheekbone and a little bit higher here, and almost like a C-shaped form. See how pretty that goes? Whee! Like that. Tap that off and go on the other side here. And sometimes I do the circular motions here too, and then back up, just so it kind of blends out and it's not so harsh. And see, I don't really think that this picks up too much texture. Obviously, you have a mole right there, but on both sides, it's just really pretty highlight. Okay, and going back to the eyes, I do a very, very small line of eyeliner first. So this is, I just use a Mary Kay eyeliner. It's the one that I have on hand. So I'm going to just go in and do one simple little line on the eye, and then we'll go ahead back in with mascara. So obviously you don't want to pull your skin, but it's easier for me to do that. Oopsie, I'm going to fix that. See, just one little teeny line. I don't think we need too much for this look if it's an everyday look. And there we go. Both eyes are lined, and this is liquid. Little felt tip pen. Okay, so now we are going in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Base Primer for my eyes, which I'm almost out of. I have to get another one. So I like to do one eye first and just go in. One eye prime, then lower lashes prime, and then this is the Plump Volumizer Mascara. Also got that in a boxy charm. So it's kind of big, huge wand, which I've had to like really get used to. So I like it though. Sometimes it gets a little clumpy, which I'll go back in with a smaller brush and fan them out, but it doesn't happen too often. Just take your time, make funny faces while you do this. I think every person who does that mascara has weird faces. And bottom lash. Now be very careful with such a big wand on the bottom lash because you could get clumpy or hit the bottom of your eye. But if that happens, just let it dry and then you can just flake it off. Okay, so we're going to do the other eye. If you wonder why I'm always looking over to the other side, because my mirror's there. I'm trying to see what I'm doing. Okay, back in. There we go. There we go. All right, so our eyes are done. Sometimes, like I said, I like to go back in. This is the Wet n Wild, this mega slim skinny mascara. So what I just like to do is take that. Look how little the teeny wand is. That. And I'll just go over just to try to make sure that they're all fanned, not clumpy. And the bottom. And that. Okay. So now to finish everything, we are going to go in with our lips. So this is Starlooks from BoxyCharm. Obviously, I gotta love my monthly subscriptions. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is just a little lip liner. I don't see that it has a color on here. So maybe I can find it and link it down below for you if you like it. So I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips and fill them in. And there we go. Okay, so and next we're going to go in with Urban Decay Caramel. I don't know if anybody has seen this, but it's such a pretty color. I think it'll go great with this look, so I'm going to go ahead. Throw that right on top. And that's that. And then I'm going to go in with the Sephora is 02 Outrageous. And this is a plump effect, so it kind of does tingle your lips a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and finish off the lip. Top that caramel. Pretty. Okay. Take these out. Take my hair clips out. And go ahead. And this is the finished look. See, just a simple everyday look that, you know, still glam, but simple.